Hello people, as you can see here I've got a beautiful Brugmansia solvalens plant, otherwise known as angel's trumpet, with these beautiful flowers. You're not meant to fall asleep under these flowers, otherwise you'll go to the land of the dead or the underworld. This is also known as Toei or Toe in South America. It's a very interesting plant. It contains very powerful tropane alkaloids. And it's not to be messed with. There's many stories of people, basically, you become very suggestible on this medicine. So I don't even know why I'm sharing this information, just in case there are any fucking sadists out there who want to turn people into zombies so they do what they tell them to do. Don't do that. Yeah, so that's what I'm telling you sadists out there. Don't do that. But this is also a very powerful medicine. It heals for arthritis. They also use it to clean the crazy out of people. So if someone's very crazy, the toero or the Toei specialist shaman will dose them full of this stuff, and then he'll take it and then he'll go into the other guy's head and clean out the crazy. The only problem is that sometimes the shaman himself gets lost and he goes crazy too. That's why it's also known as the medicine of last resort. I've heard a very interesting story as well about a guy who fell out of a tree in South America, and the shaman, the only way to fix him was to dose him up full of Toei for 4 weeks. And during this 4 weeks, he lay absolutely still in a coma-like death trance. Woke up, his back was still fucked, so his shaman dosed him up again. This time he went to a fantastical other realm where little doctor spirits came into his back and basically stitched him up. He had a permanent hunchback, but he could walk again. So yeah, if you ever fall out of a tree, find a toero to dose you full of this stuff. Another very interesting story with this beautiful tree, this Brugmansia tree, is that it's a tree for initiation. It's a tree to confront your power and your fear and to get your power. Yeah, very interesting story by Michael Hana, one of the forefathers of the neo-shamanic movement. He was taken by the Ecuadorian Shwa people to a magical waterfall, given a hefty dose of this and handed a little short 2-foot staff, and the shaman said, now don't panic whatever you see, because if you lose your mind and panic, you'll die. So whatever you see, face whatever comes at you, and don't forget to hold on to this staff. This is your protection. So he dosed up. One of the hallmarks of Brugmansia intoxication is you're basically deliriant. You're delirious, you're delusional, you've forgotten you've taken it, you don't know what's happening. And yeah, so this guy took this medicine, and sure enough, he started seeing all this rustling in the bushes, big trees falling down in front of him. He started to really panic. And sure enough, what he saw was a crocodile, a glowing crocodile with neon lights the size of a semi-trailer running towards him. He was about to lose his mind, and he thought, wait a minute, if I lose my mind, I'll die. So he stood there, grabbed his staff, stuck it into the ground. The staff grew into a huge, impossibly tall staff of power, and the crocodile ran straight through him. And he got all this power from that experience. And I don't know what happened to him after that. I think he felt pretty good about himself for not dying. I haven't taken this plant. I don't ever intend to. I've had it in an ayahuasca brew when I was working with vegetalistas. And I've always had like visuals. I've never had a 3-dimensional experience where something gripped my leg. I saw this goblin-like being looking at me in the darkness. I thought it was a shaman, but it wasn't, because the shaman wasn't a 4-foot-tall goblin. And then he just stared at me and went, Toei, and then shrank away into the darkness. And I thought, wow, treat this plant with caution. Anyway, it's a very beautiful plant. You should grow them. They're amazing for spiritual protection around the house. And they're just so fucking beautiful. Look at this flower. And they smell so sweet. Just don't smell too many of them, otherwise you'll go into the underworld.